There was a good decision and a bad decision made in 1969 that actually brought about two hit songs. Those decisions involved a popular group from the 60s, a one-hit wonder, two cities in Hawaii, and a pig farm in New York State. In 1969, Tommy James and the Shondells had been riding a popularity wave for a few years, and their hit Crystal Blue Persuasion was just peaking on the charts.
Look over yonder.
After playing a date in Hilo, Hawaii in August, the group had 2 weeks off before playing a date in Honolulu. Enjoying all the Polynesian trappings the island chain had to offer, there was really no reason to leave before the Honolulu date. One day, James gets a call from his secretary saying that producer Artie Kornfeld had reached out to ask if the group would come play a gig at a pig farm in upstate New York. She went on to tell James there would be a lot of people there and the show would be really important. After confirming that she just asked him to A, leave Hawaii, B, fly 6,000 miles, and C, play at a pig farm, Tommy James issued what might very well be his most regrettable quote. "Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm not there, start without us, will you please?" And then hung up the phone. As it turns out, and I'm sure you saw this coming, Crystal Blue Persuasion, among other Tommy James and the Shondells hits, would have played well at that pig farm known as Woodstock. As James put it, by Thursday of that week, we knew we messed up really bad. Fair enough. But in fairness to the group, Tommy James and the Shondells had 19 top 100 records between 1966 and 1970. 7 of them reaching the top 10 and 2 becoming number 1 hits, Hanky Panky in 1966 and Crimson and Clover in 1969. So maybe that hubris, though misplaced at the moment, was earned. That was the bad decision, he says, stating the obvious. But before Crystal Blue Persuasion, James was working on another song titled Tighter, Tighter. And the plan was to record Tighter, Tighter and offer Crystal Blue Persuasion to another group. For whatever the reasons, James was having trouble dialing in Tighter, Tighter. The vocal wasn't right and the whole sound just felt off. The song was written with his then new writing partner Bob King, and James really believed the song was a hit. But then you had Morris Levy, the boss at James's record label, Roulette Records. He insisted James keep Crystal Blue Persuasion for himself and the Shondells and offload Tighter, Tighter to someone else. Now, Levy was well connected. He was known in the industry as the godfather of the music business, or the hitman. So, armed with that knowledge, it was best not to disagree. At this point, James recalled a group out of Brooklyn. They had a male and female lead singers, which gave them a unique sound. The leads were Pepe Cardona and Sandy Toder. The group, Alive N Kickin. James offered the song to them and then rewrote it as a duet. Members of Alive N Kickin played on the recording while Pepe and Sandy sang leads, with the both of them, along with Tommy James, singing backing vocals. Light and airy with an infectious chorus, the song is a pop music dictionary definition of a pop hit. A feel-good song with alternating lead vocals to give it a more personal feel. Now, if you look at the arrangement of the song, it's underpinned by an organ that just coasts along underneath, coming to the front at the beginning and several times throughout. It really does help propel the song forward. But it's the addition of the horns that really gives this song a push in that forward movement. The horns add some flavor in the middle of the chorus and then send the song higher after the repeated lyric at the end of the chorus. Then it gently falls out of that high and settles back into the main lyrics before the guitar solo. And it all repeats into the chorus once more before another guitar solo takes the song into its fade. 2 minutes and 45 seconds of pure ear candy that really never gets old. Released in June of 1970, Tighter Tighter didn't disappoint James's belief in it as a hit, reaching number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 5 on the Cashbox Top 100, and number 5 in Canada. But the downside was the song ended up being the only hit for Alive N Kickin. Measured against the chart success of Crystal Blue Persuasion, that song hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and Cashbox Top 100 and number 1 in Canada in 1969. So, keeping that song for themselves looked to be a really good decision for Tommy James and the Shondells. And it did allow them to give exposure to another group. By giving them Tighter Tighter, Alive N Kickin got some well-deserved respect. So, yeah, the decision to hang on to Crystal Blue Persuasion and offer Tighter Tighter to Alive N Kickin, well, that definitely took the sting out of saying no to performing at a pig farm in upstate New York.